Salamat berjumpa. Welcome to ASEAN Today. I'm Dalton Tanonaka of Indonesia's Metro TV at the ASEAN Secretariat in Jakarta.
สวัสดีค่ะ I am Honoree Tangmisang of Thailand's Nation Channel in Bangkok, and this is your monthly look at the dynamic Southeast Asia region. We begin here in Thailand, where an emotional political fight is heading to an election showdown. Anti-government protesters have been on the streets of Bangkok for most of December, demanding that Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra step down in favor of a People's Council on December the 10th. Yingluck said she would not resign and announced national elections to be held on February 2nd.
ตามบทบัญญัติของรัฐธรรมนูญนะคะซึ่งจากมีพระราชกฤษฎีกาในเรื่องของยุบสภาผู้แทนราษฎรแล้วนะคะในส่วนของดิฉันเองก็ถือว่าต้องปฏิบัติหน้าที่ในส่วนของนายกรัฐมนตรีตามกรอบบัญญัติของรัฐธรรมนูญนะคะแล้วก็สิ่งที่ต้องทำก็คือว่าเราก็คงต้องรอคณะรัฐมนตรีชุดใหม่นะคะจนกว่าจะมีการแต่งตั้งเป็นทางการนะคะ
Protesters camped outside Government House despite the Prime Minister's decision. 5 people have been killed and nearly 300 people hurt in these latest street demonstrations. On December 5th, politics was set aside for a moment to celebrate the 86th birthday of King Bhumibol Adulyadej. He urged citizens to work together for stability.
A rare riot in Singapore left dozens hurt and the government temporarily banning alcohol in the Little India district. Prosecutors charged 24 South Asian workers for taking part in the Lion City's biggest riot in 40 years on December 8th. The violence began after an Indian worker was hit and killed by a bus. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong asked citizens to be calm. If found guilty, the suspects face 10 years in prison plus caning. Thousands of opposition supporters and activists in Cambodia marched to mark Human Rights Day. Opposition leader Sam Rainsy led the demonstration on December 10th, demanding that Prime Minister Hun Sen resign. Rainsy said the government must resolve problems such as land disputes and evictions, corruption and human trafficking. The opposition party has been boycotting parliament since Hun Sen's re-election in September.
The Philippine city hit hardest by Typhoon Haiyan is slowly rebuilding. But many parts of Tacloban in the central Philippines remain in ruins 1 month after the devastating storm that killed nearly 6,000 people. Typhoon damage affected 4 million people, many still living in temporary shelters.
ASEAN leaders gathered in Tokyo to celebrate the 40th anniversary of official relations with Japan. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe hopes to boost his country's standing in the region at a time of increased influence by China. This summit in the second week of December highlighted the political and business contributions made by Japan in Southeast Asia.
Myanmar's president met with his Filipino counterpart to cite trade and development deals. Benigno Aquino welcomed Thein Sein to Manila on December 5th. One tangible result was an agreement for visa exemptions for Filipino passport holders traveling to Myanmar. Thein Sein also requested assistance in health, education and human resources. This was his first visit to the Philippines since taking office in 2011. Back home, Myanmar welcomed the opening of the 27th Southeast Asian Games. 6,000 athletes are competing in the regional sports competition. Opening ceremonies took place in the capital Naypyidaw, with events being held in 4 cities. Host Myanmar took the early lead in medals, winning the first 2 gold in its traditional sport of Shillong. The SEA Games wound up on December 22nd.
Members of the World Trade Organization walked away from a crucial meeting here in Indonesia with satisfying success. 4 days of negotiations in Bali through December 7th produced historic progress in the 12-year-long Doha round of trade talks. There was agreement on trade facilitation and agriculture that had concerned least developed economies. The WTO says benefits include reducing the cost of trade by 10 to 15%. Trade in fish is big in Japan, where products from Southeast Asia are on auction to satisfy global appetites. ASEAN Today's Robelin Purba reports from a Tokyo landmark.
It's 5 a.m. in the biggest fish market in the world, and it's auction hour. 5 days a week, tons of fresh and frozen fish, including prized bluefin and big-eye tuna, are up for bid. Buyers include wholesalers, retailers, and food processing companies. But not everyone can join in the bidding.
東京都のですね、許可ですか、それがないとできません。この帽子でございますね。この観察がないとオークションに参加することできません。はい。今日はメバチを買いましたですね。従業員の人がね、今、はい。メバチ。
Prices can run as high as $50 a kilo for fish destined to become sushi or sashimi. After winning a bid, buyers sell their fish to a restaurant owner or fish shops. Tsukiji receives nearly 500,000 tons of seafood every day from countries including several in Southeast Asia. Japan is one of the biggest markets for Asean marine products such as dried prawn from Indonesia and tuna from Vietnam. In 2011, Indonesian shrimp exports were valued at $800 million. Besides the business being done, visitors come from around the world to witness the pre-dawn action.
I thought the auction was great when they were auctioning off the fish and the bell and everything, and then you could see everybody bidding. I thought it was really interesting.
Tsukiji is open daily except Tuesdays, Sundays, and public holidays. But future visitors will be heading to a new marketplace. The government is planning to relocate the market at a cost of $4.5 billion ahead of the 2020 Olympic Games that return to Tokyo. Rabalin Purba for ASEAN Today.
More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly.
We stay in Japan for a visit with a pop group with fans across ASEAN. The magic of AKB48 and its sister act in Jakarta next. You're watching ASEAN Today. I am Arawi Tangmisang of Thailand's Nation Channel in Bangkok.
And I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. One of the most popular music groups in all of Asia is Japan's AKB48. And its success has spawned a sister act here in Indonesia. ASEAN Today's Valdia Baraputri has our hot seat report.
The ultimate girl group, AKB48 is a wildly popular concept conceived as the idols you'd like to meet and often do. That's because part of their appeal is their accessibility. They perform in the specially built theater in Tokyo's electronic district, Akihabara, every weekday and twice on weekends for hundreds of fans who pay 3,000 yen or $32 each.
両方出したいです。一番のセールスポイントは会いに行けるアイドル。会いに行ったら私たちと直接会えるっていうのが一番のセールスポイントなんですけど、例えば握手会がどのアイドルも多かったりだとか、劇場を毎日やってるとか、私たちに会いに行けることが一番多いので、キュートな面も。
The group was formed 8 years ago by Yasushi Akimoto with an original 48 members. To do daily shows, the cast now numbers 88 members with 15 performing at one time. They range in age from 12 to 25 years old.
AKB48 というか48グループは本当に人数がすごく多いというところがいいところかなっていうふうに思っていて、コンサートとかにしてもここまで多く出るコンサートっていうのはなかなかないと思うし、年末にやっている紅白歌合戦では AKB48 みんな出て最後に一文字っていうのを作っているんですよ。
Over the past 8 years, AKB48 has produced 5 albums and 32 singles with record sales topping $200 million, all driven by a massive fan base, the majority male.
やっぱりすごいファンとアーティストの距離が近いということを握手だったりとかいろんなイベントでメンバーたくさんいるのでいろんな個性があってやっぱり
本当は初めてです。可愛いからです。
AKB が好きなのはまず一人一人女の子のいいところがあってですごく憧れ女の子のだからすごい魅力があるなと思ってずっと思う。
The success of AKB48 led to the creation of the sister group in Jakarta. JKT48 was formed 2 years ago in response to the regional craze for the original Japanese group. Like their Tokyo sisters, the local members also have a dedicated theater in the South Jakarta Mall. They perform every weekend and occasionally on weekdays.
JKT48 is very different because we grow up together with fans and we learn from zero. We learn everything here. We cannot sing at first, but here we can sing. We cannot dance and we can dance after join JKT48. Untuk saat ini kita masih menyanyikan lagu dari AKB48. Tapi kita nggak tahu nih ke depannya, siapa tahu nanti kita punya lagu satu album. Jadi pokoknya JKT48 ini kan penuh rahasia. Jadi kita lihat aja nanti ke depannya gimana gitu.
Fans must book their tickets online first, then exchange them at the venue. Admission is 100,000 rupiah or $10 per show. Students get a special price of 50,000 rupiah.
Penampilannya bagus, mereka juga lucu-lucu, cantik-cantik. I watch the show for 15 times or more. The songs, the dancing, and the member also.
JKT48 is split in two performing teams, the first and second generation. The first generation consists of 23 members, 2 of them from the original AKB48 in Japan. The second team is training to make the first generation. Members range in age from 13 to 21 years old.
JKT48 に来て、言葉とかが通じなくても、どこまで自分は挑戦できるんだろうと思って、新しい自分の第一歩として海外の JKT48 に移籍してみんなと頑張りたいなって思ったから移籍しました。
JKT48 just released their first album called Heavy Rotation, which was also the name of AKB48's first album. They sing AKB48 songs translated into Indonesian. Valdia Baraputri for Asean Today.
Who knows, maybe there'll be a BGK48 in Thailand someday. Ondravi?
Well, maybe, Dalton. More Asean Today is coming up shortly. Zipping over wild animals in Cambodia is attracting new visitors. That is ahead.
This is ASEAN Today.
We are coming to you this month from Jakarta and Bangkok. A team of medical experts in Vietnam have made a breakthrough in fighting with the annual outbreak of dengue fever. ASEAN Today's Cruzia Alexa reports.
Dengue fever is a serious health problem during the transition from the rainy season to the dry season in countries across Southeast Asia. The illness is caused by a bite from a female mosquito that carries the virus from another infected human. It has no vaccine, cure or specific treatment.
Nóng như là lửa vậy, em nằm ở trong giường mà nóng mà đắp mệt á, là mồ hôi lạnh nó chảy ra, nóng quá trời nóng.
But scientists in Vietnam have been working to break the chain. These insects have been infected with a bacteria called Wolbachia. It appears to stop mosquitoes from contracting dengue, meaning they won't be able to pass it on to humans.
Để cho đến F7 thì mình có một cái gen gọi là hoàn toàn là chủng muỗi của địa phương mà mang vi khuẩn Wolbachia. Mình phải trả để đạo. Có nghĩa là muỗi của đạo Chí Nguyên được sau khi được gây nhiễm Wolbachia mình mang về trạm hải đạo Chí Nguyên.
The mosquitoes were tested on Tri Wan Island in central Vietnam with encouraging results. On the island of 3,500 people, not one case of dengue fever was reported after the Wolbachia-infected mosquitoes were released.
Chúng tôi không tiếp nhận bệnh nhân nào ở tại đảo Trí Nguyên, cái nơi mà dự án đang tiến hành nuôi muỗi Wolbachia nhập viện tại khoa nhiễm vì sốt huyết. Thì những kết quả ban đầu tôi hy vọng rằng nó sẽ thành công bước đầu và có thể nhân rộng ra để giúp cho cái bệnh nhân sốt huyết giảm xuống và đỡ mất, để giảm áp lực cái khó khăn cho ngành y tế Khánh Hòa.
We're quite excited about what this technology might mean for a dengue endemic country like Vietnam. We hope that in the future that the field trials are successful enough that we can move to a larger or broader scale implementation where we could cover a whole city with Wolbachia mosquitoes.
Testing is also planned in another country. Indonesia's Yogyakarta in central Java will get a batch of Wolbachia mosquitoes next year for its fight against its seasonal health problem. Krizi Alexa for ASEAN Today.
Here are several events on the ASEAN calendar. The Phuket International Boat Show will be held from January 9th to the 12th at the Royal Phuket Marina. Art Stage Singapore is on from January 16th to the 19th at the Marina Bay Sands. And the Malaysia International Jewelry Fair will shine from January 11th to the 14th at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. Zipping over jungle wildlife is the newest attraction in a Cambodian adventure park. ASEAN Today's Zakia Arfan is our guide.
Canopy zipline rides are a familiar attraction across ASEAN, but a new addition to the Angkor Adventure Park in Siem Reap offers a wild addition. Flight of the Gibbons combines the aerial zipline experience with ecotourism that allows visitors to look into jungle life from above. And the newest stars of the show are these breeding pileated gibbons.
We've introduced two gibbons that you may see behind me that are here acclimating to the jungle. They'll be here for approximately anywhere from 4 to 6 months. We want to make sure that they're comfortable here and that when we let them out, they'll be able to roam freely and happily here.
Environmental awareness and education are key parts of the experience here. Guides teach visitors about the forest and let them get up close to the wildlife. Angkor Park features 4 sky bridges, 21 treetop platforms, and 10 zip lines of various lengths and speeds.
最初はすごい高いところからということですごい怖かったんですけど、だんだんと余裕が出てきて、周りの景色も楽しめて、でたくさん蝶がいたり、すごい綺麗な景色が見れて、でこのアトラクション自体もすごくスリルがあって、スピード感もあって、すごい楽しかったです。
ものすごく楽しかったです。高いところから低いところに行く、重力を感じながらっていう人間が感じるべきもの、地球に生きているっていうことを感じることができました。こんな体験は日本ではできません。ぜひシムリアップに来たら体験してみてください。
The complete package costs $100. To get access to nearby temples, an additional $20 is required. Zakia Arfan for ASEAN Today.
It is feedback time, and we do appreciate hearing from you from throughout ASEAN. Joining us with this month's comments is Nongol Darapati of the ASEAN Secretariat. Dara, good to see you. What have you got?
Dalton, all our comments this month comes from Twitter. Natanya said, "What educational news? Proud to be part of ASEAN." Glad you feel that way, Natanya. Gooday tweeted this, "Glad to have a program like ASEAN Today. Truly excited to watch it again. Hope you're watching right now, Gooday." And this tweet came from Abdul. "Kudos, ASEAN Today. Always looking forward to your monthly episode. We do too, Abdul. Let us know what you're thinking. Please email us at aseantoday.tv@gmail.com, post something on our Facebook page, or tweet us at @ASEANTodayTV. That's all for this month, Dalton.
All right, Dara, thank you very much. Onarabi.
Dalton and Dara, even though most ties are Buddhist, the Christmas spirit is alive and well. In fact, this Bangkok shopping mall helped set a world record for the largest human Christmas tree. Organizers arranged for 852 school children to dress in green, red and brown hoodies to easily beat the previous record of 672 set in Germany 2 years ago. And they did it all in just over 15 minutes. And that's ASEAN Today for this month. I am Orawi Tangmisang of Thailand's Nation Channel in Bangkok. Happy holidays, Dalton.
Same to you, Onarabi. I'm Dalton Tanonaka of Indonesia's Metro TV at the ASEAN Secretariat in Jakarta. Thank you for watching, and please join us again next month.